What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the video. Today I'll be telling you why your desire for money is actually slowing you down. In these type of videos, I just want to give you guys a lot more value, a lot more organized stuff so you can take notes and do things step by step. And this is everything I got for you. I'm not holding anything back for y'all, right? So, real quick, why you should listen to me. I have 5 points for you. Number one, I was coached and mentored by people who worked with Iman Gadzhi and Charlie Morgan about the subconscious mind. He was a crazy mindset coach named John Gab. Read dozens of books by high-level authors about these topics I'll be going over. The subconscious mind, the scale of consciousness, the ego, the enemy, and a bunch of other religious stuff too as well. Number three, coach dozens of people for months now to help them connect their desires with God. And number four, authentic and vulnerable so you guys get the real hard-cut story. I don't hold back on what I teach, and I give you guys everything I know for free, of course, to an extent, right? Now, this is what outcomes you would expect in this video. Learn about this ego that's holding you back from your dream life, how to use God's power within you to get whatever you want and get peace of mind, and clarity. I know a lot of people struggle with peace of mind. They're always stuck in their heads, and this is how I'm going to help you get that, all right? Value packed, bunch of stuff here, so stay tuned. Why does desiring something actually hold you back? This is the map of consciousness, something I'll be referring to throughout all my videos. And also, if you want to learn more about the scale of consciousness and how this will allow you to live an easier life, check out the video I linked in the description. That'll give you a much more better, more in-depth detail on what this is and how it actually plays a role in your life. But in this video, all I need you to understand is that we take a look at the scale of consciousness, and the reason it's so important is because what it dictates. It's what dictates what we see and what we attract in our life. All right. In the level of desire, there's disappointment, denying, overall negative emotion attached to it. All right. So we take a look here. There's a red line right here because below here, it's sort of like the negative state. It's human-made stuff, mankind stuff. The pride, the anger, desire, the fear, all of that is from the enemy. You can say it's from the enemy. It's just negativity, all that. Above that is positivity. It's truth. It's what God is sort of reflected as, at least up here, I'd say. And yeah, so that's all you really need to know for now. But know that any negative thing I say here, and yes, desire is a negative emotion to have. It's what's holding you back from the life you're meant to be living. All right. You are creating separation between what you want and who you are now. When you say you desire / want something, you're saying to your subconscious mind and God that you do not have yet what you want. So you'll produce results that reflect that. Now you may be wondering, how about all those entrepreneurs and millionaires who advise everyone to desire and chase money, spend their whole life chasing money? Don't they get those same results? Yes, they do. But they still believe within themselves that they need more when they already have way more than enough. No matter how much money they gain, they will never fill that void within themselves that they think money will fill, or they think any materialistic thing will fill. For instance, me. I used to attach security, freedom, abundance, etc. towards money, but whenever I got money, I never felt any different to when I don't have money. When I had $1,000, $2,000 in my account, I never felt any different to when I had literal dollars left. I just still felt that same fear, that sort of like, how am I gonna get money for this week, or how am I gonna pay for that, And same thing on this one, it's the same stresses, the same fears. It might be different levels. Like, I'm not stressing about food for a little bit, but you get the idea. There's still fear, there's still stress, it's all in my head, right? And that's what desire leads to when you create that attachment, you create that separation to what you truly are, what you're an abundant person, you're unlimited. I'm gonna get into that. When I used to attach a lot of security, freedom, abundance towards money, but whenever I got money, never felt any different. When I don't have money, I already said that. And I'm sure you felt that way too. You get some things you want and expecting to feel happier and freer, or happier or freer, and maybe it lasts for a day, but the next moment you're back to living into that fear and stress you've always been in, seeking more of those things outside of you to get rid of that fear. But I'm here to tell you now, that will never happen. You must feel free, abundant, secure, with God first, and everything you want will follow. But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all things will be given to you as well. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Connecting God with your desires. Assuming you already know your desires, If you don't, hit me up and I'll give you a free 30-minute call so we can help you gain clarity on your desires and get a good plan for you. Getting clear on your desires is key because once you know what you want, you must surrender those things to God to align yourself with the version of yourself that already has those things. The ego within you likes to create separation between you and what you want to be. Again, the ego strives in that negative sort of portion from pride and below. And so when you have that desire, that desire, like I said before, is creating that separation from where you want to be. And all those negative emotions, again, create separation from the person you want to be. That separation between you and your goals is what causes attachment and that need for it. That drives us to take action that reflects that we do not have what we want yet. Letting go of the ego when we see is how we continue to live in the unseen. I'll explain what the unseen means in a bit. Now, if you believe in God and Jesus Christ, you also believe that He is everything and anything around us. Then we have that power within us, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity, whatever you want to believe in. God is found within us. We are unlimited, and we have the power within us to create life and what we want. I hope you guys are wrapped in the same sort of content and same sort of framework like the same sort of space I've been wrapped into. I see all these entrepreneurs, these young entrepreneurs, people around my age, maybe even older, going for their goals, but people think they look crazy. They're saying they're gonna make X amount next month, X amount this month, and then that month rolls by and they make it. But the reason why those things actually happen is because they have so much faith in the things that they don't see yet that it will become true, rather than what they see right now. And they don't let what they see right now dictate their actions. They continually evolve and progress and become the best version of themselves, the version that they see themselves as within first. Then they produce results that reflect how they see themselves. So never let anything outside of you dictate how you should see yourself, what you're limited to. Because at the end of the day, how you see yourself as is what will be reflected. What you hold in the mind tends to manifest. They kept saying to themselves they're going to be making 20, 30K a month profit. And that's what happened. I have to turn a light on. My eyes are getting burned by this light. But as I was saying, what you hold in your mind tends to manifest. It's not that they desired it so much. They just truly believe within themselves that they are that person, and they stopped creating that separation between what they wanted and who they were. They just knew that person that they are inside already has everything they want. And they just feel abundant already. They feel free. Maybe some of them don't, but if you get what I'm trying to say, then you'll have everything you need with God and what you want. That's how you connect everything together. So yeah, ultimately, surrendering your desires and knowing you have them inside you is how you begin to produce results you want. All right, now we're going to get into focusing on the unseen. All right, so I'm going to read 2 Corinthians 4 through 16 through 18, all right? Honestly, I'm going to just read 18 because the other two are, if you want to read it. As we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, meaning like temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. What we see inside of ourselves, what we, like that can't be seen physically, is eternal, is what's true. Everything else is temporary. So the circumstances you're in right now are temporary to the life that you are going to live, that you are meant to live. You just must truly believe that, all right? Now, it goes over what I was talking about living in the unseen and knowing about the true power within you. Every day you will get tested from the ego, trying to prove to you that you are not the version of yourself that you're trying to become, showing you your bank account, your status, your relationships, anything from the past. The ego loves to thrive from the past. It takes those past experiences, it takes those past memories to try to make you fall back into that old identity of yourself. But you gotta let those things go. Filling your mind with doubts and fears. Ultimately, trying to keep you safe because it doesn't know how to feel the things you want to feel in your desired version of yourself. When you try to make yourself feel free, abundant, relying on God's power, and believing He's your source, the ego has no idea how to react to that because it's so used to trying to control, predict things, and feels so scared, it freaks out. Like, literally relying on God is the most scariest thing it can do because it can't control anything, it can't predict. It's truly relying on something that it has no idea what it's about, all right? Your ego is completely shut off from God. It's just like, what is that? It doesn't believe in it. And so that's why it freaks out. And that's what pops in your head all the time. Hope you understand. That's what happened to me. I was so focused on the ego's story and the way of thinking that I produced results that reflected what it wanted to live in, what the ego wanted to live in. I wasn't able to get over the fear and doubts. But yeah, this was literally my bank account, like a month ago, 3 weeks ago. To this point, and to the point I created this, like I only had this much in my bank account, and I was scared out of my mind. Every day it plagued my mind that I wasn't good enough, that I was falling behind, that money is my worth. Money is what makes me, feel love from my parents or from God. It got really, really deep. But this is what produced that. I had such a low self-worth. And since I had such low self-worth, money just went away from me. But now that I'm improving, sorry, I don't know what happened. I needed to sneeze, but didn't want to come out. But now that I'm changing my state of consciousness, now that I'm focusing more on the unseen, my bank account has gone up. There's more opportunities like ever for me to make money. And I'm moving a lot more different. I'm making videos with a lot more energy. I have more conviction. I have more just confidence. And so I'm producing results. I already know it. I already know that my community that I have is going to blow up. I'm going to have members in there who are waiting in my call, waiting for me to get in, changing hundreds of lives each and every single day. And it's impacting millions of lives, even on my socials. I truly see it, that I'm a content creator, that I do this stuff online and people want to listen to what I have to teach. My YouTube videos going crazy, having thousands, millions of subscribers on YouTube. And I truly see this within myself, that I'll continue to take action as if I'm that person. And I promise you guys, if you join me on this journey now, you will see my life transform. You can see it. You can join now or you can join later when I'm already out there. But I promise you, I will be there. So yeah, that's what happened. I felt like I was falling behind, so that led me to take actions that reflected that version of me. I would scroll on my phone for hours, try not to think about it. I would go into work expecting failure and say to myself, that's just the way it is. I would produce content, I'd be like, yeah, 20 views is what I'm worth, internally. I would go throughout my day victimizing myself and blaming other people for what's going on. I would blame my parents. I'd be like, man, it's their fault, they're always pressuring me, da-da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, it's just how I saw myself. And so I had to let that go. But then something switched, thankfully. Accountability. You must take accountability that everything you see right now is because what you've been letting yourself get programmed into. Whatever you hold in your mind tends to manifest. I know I said that before. God will produce for you what you think you deserve. If internally you think you deserve nothing, that life is hard, that life is unfair, then God will produce that into your life, because everything is perfect the way it is. Nothing is ever good or bad. God is impersonal, all right? You can think of it as God, you can think of it as a manifestation, you can think of it as consciousness, whatever power you want to believe in, that whatever you believe inside yourself will manifest into reality. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. That doesn't matter. Your subconscious mind doesn't know any difference, all right? All it knows is that if you're filled with negativity, you're filled with quote-unquote negativity, you're filled with that, emotion of fear, poverty, scarcity, etc., then it'll just produce results that reflect that. So you must switch that, all right? So in order for you to change what you see, you must change the way you see things, and those things that you see will change. That money is abundant, that life is fair. God loves me and is my source. I am capable, and whatever other belief that is holding you down. Simple new beliefs that you need to begin to implant to your mind every single day. That's something that helped me. I had a community that helped me remember who I needed to be and who I am. I have a free community, which I was just mentioning before, I've built to help you continue to show up every single day and become the version of yourself you are meant to be. What's in the community is exclusive content that goes into detail, step by step, how you can change your life with God. Imagine this, but just much more like broader stuff that goes over much more things. It goes over what I've been learning from month 1 to now. It goes like boom, 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 and how you guys can implement that in your own life as well. Secondly, people who are on the same path you're on, connecting your goals with God. Number 3, direct access to me. You can ask questions at any time. Weekly calls with me. I mean, this might change, honestly. If it stays at a free community, it might happen like every 2 weeks, depending how busy I get. But if you join now, you will have weekly calls with me, and with masterminds and Q&As and just stuff that I have planned up for you guys. And number 5, it's all for free. All right, it's literally all for free. So if you're interested in joining, hit me up on Instagram, and we will talk. Now this is a photo of me. Let's see if I can. Yeah, well, I'm right there. I didn't show myself, but yeah, this is what I did. You know, bro, I feel like something's crawling on me. Yeah, I'm kind of freaking out. But yeah, this is one of the guys that helped me out as well. His name's Cesar Sevilla. He kind of introduced me to all this God consciousness and stuff. Honestly, a friend now, but you can look him up as well. Yeah, so create with the power you have within. Now, while you're clearing out your ego programs, you must replace it with the opposite or what you want. This is crucial. Your whole life, you've been programmed to have the ego thoughts plagued with negativity. In order for you to change what your subconscious is familiar with, you must continue to impress into your mind who you are and what life you want to live in with vivid and clear emotions. That's how you change your subconscious mind, with emotions and images, all right? So if you attach good emotions towards money, towards the life you want to live, then your subconscious mind will just be like, all right, cool, you want this now? Boom. And it will lead you to take actions and produce results that reflect what you believe you are inside, what you're capable of. Emotions, patterns, thoughts, feelings, these are what you must impress into your mind with constantly throughout the day. It's constant, all right? That's something that's helping me. That's what helped me. Go around each and every single day as if you literally have everything and anything you want. You must believe you're unlimited, and you will naturally take actions that reflect that you are that person. Honestly, this helped me become a lot more disciplined. This helped me step out of my comfort zone. This helped me just do a lot more things that my true self would do. All right, that's just how life is. That's what's the difference between you and the person you look up to. Except now you have an edge. They're using force and willpower to impress the subconscious with the things they want and who they are, but the ego thoughts and roots are still evident inside their identity. They cover it up with fear, pride, money, material things, whatever they want to cover it up with, mainly money and material things. But every day, after they make thousands, they get into a hole of fear and shame, maybe even guilt, not being able to have that peace of mind because they attached the peace, the security, the abundance towards money or towards the materialistic thing. When instead, like I said before, believe you have that within you first with God, and nothing outside of you will ever change how you feel inside. That's how you gain peace of mind. By understanding everything I just explained, you yourself can live a free life with what you want and God. What I believe will benefit you the most, if you haven't made it this far, obviously I could tell you're interested in the video. I know I mentioned my community before, and yes, that will help, but I also, of course, offer one-on-one coaching. I've had a couple paid one-on-one students, and this is what you'll get from our one-on-one program. I have a 2-month program teaching you all of this hands-on, direct access to me every single day. I'll be checking in with you 2 to 3 times a week with calls, and you have 24/7 access to me, of course, with reasonable, you're not like 2 a.m. stuff, but you get these stuff. And if you are more interested, into what I actually, hands-on, what I actually do, DM me. Ask me questions, all right? Don't be afraid to ask how much it is or what you're actually going to get. We can hop on a call, discuss. But I really am here to change your life and help you. I want to bring you along my journey. I know I'm not at where, people I want to be at. Having the cars, having the life, living the lifestyle that they're already living, that you want to live. But I can take you along this journey with me, and we can do this all together. Or you can buy a one-on-one mentorship when I'm already there. It really is up to you, but I'm giving you this access now. I promise results, and I won't leave you hanging like most other coaches do out there in the online space. I can change your life the same way I've changed mine. If you have any questions, again, hit me up on Instagram, Day Talks. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Let me know if you have any questions. You can do it in the comments or on Instagram, whatever it is. I appreciate any feedback I get from you guys. But yeah, God bless, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.